This is a Ford 351 Windsor engine we got in a couple of years ago, and it completely grenaded itself. But the most remarkable thing about this engine is it came in a running truck. Now, admittedly, it was running on 6 cylinders, but this thing drove into our shop. And this is back in the day when we used to pull engines for customers and put them back in again. We ran a compression test and the rear 2 cylinders were on 0, so we dropped the oil. Unfortunately, it wasn't oil. It was coolant for quite a while, and then the oil started coming through. Clearly, something had gone very badly wrong with this engine. Now, of course, we did get the customer back on the road. Here's some before and after pictures of the engine. And it came up pretty well in the end, but boy was it a mess when we tore into it. You can see here this bulge on the oil pan. Well, that is a split. And usually only one thing causes that. But we started the teardown so we could find out exactly what it was. The valve train didn't actually look that bad. I mean, yeah, it could have done with a few more regular oil changes, but there was no smoking gun in here. This all looked pretty normal. Please bear with the picture quality here and the filming. Like I said, this was a couple of years ago at our other shop. Looking at it, it looks like we recorded it on a potato. I don't know what's going on. And this is way before we had a YouTube channel, so we had no idea what we were doing. It's not easy to see because I have it speeded up, but these heads were very well glued on there. But getting them off allowed us to see what was going on. The first few cylinders don't look too terrible. There's a little bit of wear. You can see the carbon ring at the top there, but this last cylinder, emulsified oil and telltale dings in the top of the piston. But they wipe off. Isn't that weird? But when we actually cleaned that piston up, there were marks that didn't wipe off. Got to get the other head off, and this one actually came off a little bit easier. And what's strange is this side doesn't look as bad. You can see me zooming in now with the Blair Witch cam. And there's nothing really nasty looking about that. You can see there's a little bit of interference mark where it's hit the valve. But it's still a whole piston. I mean, we see worse than that every week. It was pretty clear the only way we're going to find out anything for sure is to get the sump off. So we get it turned over and have a look at what's going on. It was a really gummed up engine, and there's no danger of these lifters falling out. In the end, I'm pretty sure I had to hammer them out with an air hammer. They were gummed in there. Look at this debris. I mean, there's just chunks of conrod and piston, and how bent are they? I mean, that's not good, is it? I'm trying to zoom in here, but clearly the potato won't focus. And in fact, by this stage, I think I'd actually upgraded to Potato 2.0, but it's still not that great. But the carnage here is unbelievable. To think that that was actually running. I've got to get all the pistons out, have a look at the bearings, see what's going on. I'm not expecting to see anything too shocking for the first 6. And that bearing doesn't look too bad, does it? I mean, that's okay. This piston's looking okay as well, but I don't understand how the metal didn't end up getting sucked up through the oil pickup. I mean, it wasn't a little bit of metal shavings, it was horrendous. Those rings are free and moving. The front cylinders seem to be in way better condition than they have any right to be in. And the rest of the pistons are all pretty much the same. We went through them and every bearing was okay, every piston was okay, the rings all moved, the bores weren't terrible. There's nothing bad going on until you got to these last 2, where there's pretty significant scoring. It's astonishing how good the rest of them are, considering the amount of shrapnel that was in that sump. The 2 end ones, that's a bit bad. The very end one is appalling. Check that out.
At this stage, we would normally be removing the last 2 pistons, but the engine has done a rather good job of removing them itself. As you can see, this is an old piston rod, and this is what it's done for the last 2. Now, it's damaged the crank quite badly here where it's done it and damaged the block. And as you can see, these are no longer straight. I'm going to have to remove these two last pistons, but I think I'm probably going to remove the crank first to give me a bit more access, and I think these might take quite a bit of work to get out.
The main bearings were way worse than the rod bearings. You can see that first one, it's just worn the plating off. The second one isn't that terrible. It's kind of okay, and so is the third, but as you get to the fourth, that one is really bad, and the fifth is just gonzoed, and the top side of that was just ribbons. There was nothing left whatsoever. These 6 bores are actually pretty good. I mean, that's quite a tidy little V6 there. But the last two, oh wow, they are terrible. And you can see where it's just knocked lumps out of the casting. Pistons are still stuck in there, and that edge is just gone. It's not a super critical part of the block there. The piston doesn't go down that far, usually. But wow, that is a lot of damage. The pistons came out way easier than I thought they would. The top part of the cylinder bores were just actually not that terrible. It just seemed to smash the heck out of the bottom of the pistons and the skirts, and it kind of left 2 little hockey pucks. You can see how thin it is there where all the skirts have been smashed off. Not much left of the piston for sure. The other side, exactly the same sort of deal, just another little hockey puck. Smashed off all the skirt, top of it seems not too terrible. That ring's probably not savable, let's be honest. But the top of it could be way worse. Cleaned up all the bores so you can see properly what they look like. The first 6 are a really good rebuild candidate. They would have been absolutely fine. This back one's not terrible on this side, but boy is the other side bad. This is carnage. That is not going to buff out, is it? I mean, that is a nightmare. You could bore that 60 and those dints would still be in there. That is pretty terrible. And the bottom edge of that cylinder is just gone. And if it goes too far up, you've got nothing to sleeve with, so it really does cause some problems. We put all the bits that came out of the engine into a box so you could see it clearly. That is an astonishing amount of shrapnel. How the oil pickup didn't pick up a lot more of that, I will never ever know. Thank you for watching though. We really do appreciate it.